Greetings and salutations, everybody, and welcome to the Glitched Out Gaming Podcast. That's right, we're back again, folks, with episode number 49. And this week, we're kind of switching things up a little bit.
The puns already begin.
Of course, folks, I am Lord X, and joining me, the one, the only, Izzy. I told you, I'm switching things up a little.
Yeah, switching things up. What's up, man? How's it going?
Oh, it's pretty good. Yourself?
Pretty good.
So, we really don't have much of a standard episode this week because not a whole lot of gaming news happening.
Besides one
major
thing. Yep.
So I guess we'll start off this show, and we start off every episode with what we've been playing. And Izzy, what have you been playing?
How many days are we into the month? It's
14.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's 2 weeks into January, and I really haven't played anything.
Wow.
The only thing that I've kind of fooled around with is the NES Classic.
Mm-hmm.
Like yesterday, I went and added like the additional games now that tool came out that you could do that you could add extra ROMs to it. So I was kind of messing around with that.
Nice.
With my dad's, I added like 30 extra games on it. It was kind of fooling around with some of the Ninja Turtle games on NES. So that's about it. And I should be getting one tomorrow because one of my coworkers told me that we got one in, and he got it for me, and I'm gonna give him the money tomorrow. So I'll probably be playing that.
Awesome. That's awesome.
So yeah, that's about it. It's a cool little piece of hardware. It's got me really excited if they do a Super Nintendo one, right?
Oh man,
that's the one that I personally really want because, man, I love the Super Nintendo.
Yep, and they should have all 30 games that we listed out for it.
Yeah, a while ago.
Yeah,
but even if they don't, I'm sure somebody's gonna hack it eventually, and you're gonna be able to add ROMs to it.
Yep.
But I know a lot of people unfortunately haven't been able to get their hands on the NES Classic because still, to this day, Nintendo's really. We'll leave that. We'll get into the Nintendo discussion later. But what you been playing besides Stardew Valley? Because I know you've been playing. What are you, like 100 hours into that?
I'm very close. I think I have like 96 or something now. Yeah, I did. I actually tweeted out earlier a picture of one of my days on the farm where I'm harvesting hot peppers and blueberries, and I made like 55,000 gold in one day.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm fully addicted to that. I'm basically in trophy hunting mood at the moment with it too. So, other than that, I did play Virginia. I mentioned that last week because I finished it before the Glitched Out Gaming Report last time, but I got the Platinum Trophy in that now. Had to play through it a third time to get that because apparently I used Chapter Select at some point in my second run through and didn't get the play through it a second time trophy. But loved that game. Phenomenal soundtrack. I said last week I would have actually given that my award for Soundtrack of the Year if I had played it before then. Just beautiful orchestra music in that. Dabbled a little bit more in Pokemon Sun. Finally got Mimikyu that I've wanted. Before recording this podcast, I actually played the Tales of Berseria demo that's out on the PlayStation Store right now, and the combat feels so good in that game, and I may have to abuse my wallet and pre-order that game as well very soon. And other than that, I've been playing some Lara Croft Go just before we started recording, actually. So, trying to finish up that game as well. And that's it.
You're playing that on Vita or PS4?
Vita, of course. So,
okay.
Every time I die, I can go take a piss break, come back, and it'll still be loading.
Oh, man.
But yeah, that does it for what I've been playing. So, let's dive into the news. And of course, one big story came out this week. Very unfortunate. So, I guess we've got to bring back our special guest, Izzy, to announce this kind of segment. You know the guest I'm referring to, right?
No, this is catching me off guard.
Well, of course it's Vince McMahon, because we've got a...
You're fired!
segment. Because this past week...
Oh, man.
Microsoft has canceled Scalebound. And any desire I had for buying an Xbox One at this point.
Yeah.
This was really...
this sucks. It really sucks. Like, I don't know exactly what went on with this game. It seems to be a very complicated issue. I was actually watching a video about it on YouTube. I can't remember the YouTuber's name, but it was a pretty well thought out video about the disconnect between Platinum Games and Microsoft Studios, and how there was, tension between them, and Kamiya had to take a whole month off because he had some like mental health issues. Like,
wow.
I don't know what was going on over there. Like, that's crazy, but it's kind of strange the trajectory that Platinum Games has been on for like the last couple of years. I remember early on last generation, like a lot of people thought they were, like one of the best studios out there, especially when it comes to Japanese games, which we don't get a lot of in this scale. I would say we get a lot of smaller stuff. Of course, you're familiar with Idea Factory, NIS, all that stuff. But they were kind of one of the biggest developers over in Japan, and they had titles like Bayonetta, Vanquish, Mad World, really critically acclaimed stuff. And then they started taking on these contracts for licensed work. They did Legend of Korra, which from what I heard was
horrible,
pretty bad. They did Transformers Devastation, which I enjoyed, but it didn't really get like any critical acclaim. It was kind of one of those 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10 games. They did Star Fox Zero, which I enjoyed, but in retrospect I think I was lying to myself, because that game wasn't... The controls are terrible. Maybe that wasn't their fault though, because Miyamoto wanted to do something special with the gamepad. They did the Ninja Turtles game, which I never even got around to playing it because I heard it was god awful.
And now it's been removed from like digital stores.
Yeah, and they got Nier Automata coming out, right? Which you played the demo of, right?
Yeah, and loved every minute of it.
So it seems like it's kind of a really mixed bag over there at Platinum Games. I don't know what's going on. I know the head of the studio, Inaba, left, I think it was early last year. And that was kind of shocking to me, because he was with the studio since it was founded, back when Clover Studios was shut down by Capcom, because they were a lot of the same guys who did, Beautiful Joe, Okami, God Hand, back when they were Clover Studio under Capcom. So it's just really strange. So I don't know what happened to Scalebound. It was a cool concept. It was kind of, a big new IP for Microsoft, right?
Yeah. It was something
we've
like
seen
different from what they have in their portfolio.
It was really different. It wasn't Gears, Forza, or Halo or Fable. And yeah, this is the second big game that Microsoft has canceled within the last year, because Fable Legends got canceled last year. Remember that? Which was really out of nowhere, because that game was really far along. Phantom Dust got canceled, I think, before that. So it's kind of a strange place for Microsoft Studios. I don't know what's going on over there, but it sucks, because this was one of the key titles, the marquee titles for the Xbox One, especially this year, because this year they have like Sea of Thieves, right? Which was supposed to come out like the first half of the year, but they haven't said anything about that.
Yeah.
Crackdown, that's what happened to Crackdown. Crackdown was supposed to come out.
It's in the crack den now, apparently.
Oh, Jesus. It's supposed to come out like a year or two ago. What else is coming out this year? I'm sure a new Forza game's coming out this year, because they come out every year. It's either a Horizon game or a Forza Motorsport game. I'm guessing Halo 6 probably. It just makes sense because Halo 5 was 2 years ago. Unless they do like Halo 3 Anniversary, which is possible because this year will be the 10th anniversary of Halo 3. So yeah, it's kind of like they don't have a lot of big stuff. As in my opinion, personally, like Scalebound's kind of one of the standouts for them. But I don't know what happened. Like, it's really weird. We'll probably find out eventually. Like,
somebody from Platinum might say.
And Kamiya's like really outspoken, so I'm sure we'll find out one day. He's gonna blame somebody's mom, or like he does. He's gonna you can ask him what happens. He's gonna say, "Go ask your mom," like he does on Twitter. but yeah, it sucks because this was, as far as I know, the A team from Platinum. Kamiya was, in charge of this.
Yep.
So I don't know. It's a really strange time for Xbox.
Yeah.
And we got Scorpio coming up.
I
don't know. It's a strange time for Xbox.
Yep. Yeah, it's really unfortunate. And that does it for the news this week.
Yeah.
Aside from what's in our topic of the week, and we are nailing this podcast, which is good because we're probably going to go into a lengthy discussion coming up here now. And we have a second episode right after this. All right, so topic of the week. Back in October of last year, we had the initial trailer reveal for the Nintendo Switch. And if I remember correctly, or wait, did I record that episode on my own? That was way after. Yeah, that was way after.
Yeah, because
that was on the report.
Yeah, that was October. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was really excited about that. Like, I believe I spoke with you too. We were both really interested in what they were doing. And
it was really cool reveal. It felt new for Nintendo. It felt modern.
Yep.
It felt like they were getting it.
And then we got this press conference a couple of days ago where I'll be honest,
ups and downs.
Yeah, it's a good thing we had a day in between before we started recording this episode, because I think if we recorded yesterday, I would have been a whole lot more furious about this whole ordeal. But I've since tamed myself down a bit about this. So yeah, we got the live presentation. They did a E3 style press conference.
Yeah, old school E3.
Yeah.
Before the Nintendo Directs.
And I'm going to be honest, they kind of went a little bit Konami with this thing. But it made me wish for a Nintendo Direct, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got full details. They came out right from the beginning and said we are going to tell you the release date, the price, and the online structure. So first off, we got the release date, March 3rd. Much earlier than I think everybody expected it to come out. I was expecting like March 28th, maybe like end of the month type deal. But nope, March 3rd. Awesome, that's good. Price point, $299 USD. A good price point, I guess. I think $249 would have been the much sweeter spot.
The sweet spot, yeah.
Of course, for us Canadians, that's $3.99. It's being sold for.
How much is it in Australia? Because I saw Aussie Legend complaining about that. It's like $500 or something.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. It's something crazy.
Oh, after taxes here, I did the math. It's like $458 for me if I want to buy one.
That sucks.
Yeah. So yeah, price point. I was very much angered by that, but of course reasonable, I guess. What will annoy me more about the price is what we'll talk about now in a few minutes. And then they spoke about online services, where it's going to be free for a trial period, but it will be a paid service later in the fall. Okay, cool. Like, I'm fine with that, because maybe they're going to take a step forward in improving their network, because for a lot of games, it has not been that good. Like, playing Smash was kind of horrible online. Mario Kart didn't have a hitch, though, so who knows? Maybe that'll be better. However, the thing that boggles me here, you've got to use a smartphone app in order to make online play sessions and do voice chat? What the fuck is that about? Like, what do you think about this, Izzy?
I think it's hilarious. But it's
like
I really think it's hilarious. I think they really could have been more transparent about this. I think this has to do a lot with price.
Mm-hmm.
And the UI and how smoothly things can run.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause think of the Vita, for example. Like,
okay,
you could do voice chat and all that stuff on there, but the games aren't graphically gonna look like the Switch, right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe there's some issue with the UI and the interface that they were trying to avoid. You know, spending like onboard resources on chat or something like that. That's the only thing I could come up. Like, they don't want to kill the battery, or I don't know. It's really strange because no other console manufacturer has done this. Everything's built into the system.
Me 4 years ago would be pissed about this when I didn't own a smartphone.
I think it's kind of cool in a way, and it's unique because, to be honest, most people have smartphones nowadays, and everybody's on their smartphone constantly.
Yeah.
So if it's more than just using it for chat capabilities and, you know, joining parties and inviting people to play, maybe there's like something you take with you and it keeps you connected to the system. Similar to like the PlayStation app that you could download games, and then when you get home, it's already on your system.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's really strange. Like, I need to get my hands on it before I make like a final decision on that, because it could be cool.
Yeah.
It's better than what we had on the Wii U, because to be honest, I either use my phone or Skype or my Vita at the time when I had it to play with like friends online on the Wii U. So I don't know. It's really strange because we haven't had something like this before, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. It's weird though. It really is. I wish they were more transparent about it. Like I said, like they were like, okay, we don't want to take resources away from the machine to do this, and we want to keep a very clean interface. I don't know. Like, it's weird. But we'll see.
And you mentioned games as well, and some stuff was coming out after the event about getting a free NES or SNES Classic a month, and apparently the SNES Classics will have online play. That's cool. However,
that's really cool.
Another thing that came out about that is that the free game will be only available for that month, and afterwards you have to pay for it in order to play it.
Yeah.
That's kind of bullshit. That's like, when you look at games for Gold or PlayStation Plus,
exactly,
when you get
as long as you have the
titles,
subscription,
and you get new games with that, and here they're going to give you a game that's like 25 years old at this point. Like, you're going to get Balloon Fight one of these months, okay? That's what you're going to get. And you're only going to be able to play that for free for a month, and then you have to buy it. Like, really? That's kind of lame.
Yeah, I think they might be able to course correct though.
Yeah,
because like you said, it's going to start off free, the online service, and then in fall they're going to switch over to a paid service.
Yeah,
I think they're going to take people's feedback into consideration, because if they could keep it, whether it's, you know, indefinitely or as long as they have a subscription like PSN, like PlayStation Plus, as long as you have your subscription, you could keep those games. For Xbox Live, which is really cool, even if your subscription expires, you get to keep those games, which is a cool thing that Microsoft does. But I don't know, either one of those, but the whole 30 days to play and then it goes away and you have to pay for it, I don't know, that's kind of disappointing.
Yeah. something that's not disappointing, and had PlayAsia celebrating, the system's going to be region-free for the very first time. That's
cool.
Very cool.
That's really cool.
I know our good friend Alexander Arts, he was excited about that, since it'll make it easier for him to buy a system in Taiwan and then get English games shipped to him so he can play that way. So that is excellent. Fantastic move, Nintendo, on that part.
That's awesome. That's cool, because it's been a while. I think the last system that was region-free was Nintendo DS. The DS Lite, because I think the DSi, they region-locked it. I'm not sure. But it was one of the DSs was the last system that was region-free for Nintendo, but that's cool.
Yep. Then they went on to talk about how it has features present from all previous Nintendo systems. Thought that was a little bit hilarious how they went through that. The GameCube, it had a handle.
The GameCube, I knew we were going to mention that. Oh, that's funny.
They went into a trailer showing how the system works. Very much learning their lesson when they presented the Wii U. Way back when.
This whole first section of this event, I was just thinking, man, have they learned from the Wii U? Like, they kind of went a little overboard, to be honest.
Yep.
Because a lot of this stuff we saw in the initial teaser trailer or whatever they called it at the time in October.
Yep.
But it's good.
Then they talked about play styles. It has TV mode, tabletop mode, and handheld mode, all of which we saw in the trailer. Then they mentioned battery life. Anywhere from 2.5 hours to 6.5 hours undocked when, and depending on what game you're playing.
Yeah.
So
they said Zelda's 3 hours, right?
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
So you're probably looking at 2.5 there, because that's, developer saying it. And Skyrim's probably going to be the same way. But you can probably play Street Fighter 2 for 6.5 hours. You can play while it's charging via USB-C. Cool.
That's cool. It's not a proprietary cable.
The screen does have a touch screen.
Yeah, multi-touch.
Yeah. You can connect via Wi-Fi, and up to 8 systems can be connected for wireless gaming. Cool.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. That's cool for like tournaments, like Smash tournaments and stuff like that.
Definitely.
Or Splatoon tournaments in an arena. Oh man.
Then they went on to talk about the Joy-Con controllers.
The Joy. Man, that made me laugh.
There is a capture button where you can take screenshots and in the future video and share on social media, where Nintendo will probably flag it.
Yeah.
Oh man. And then they said that each Joy-Con does have motion control sensors into them, which, let's face it, this is Wiimotes 2.0.
Yeah.
With a lot more tech built into them. Each Joy-Con has an L and R button on the inside of the controllers, that connects to the system. So like when you lock them in, the L and R buttons are the ones actually connecting the Joy-Cons into the system itself. Pretty neat design, I'll have to admit.
Yeah.
There are color variations. You get neon red and neon blue. And there are straps, because, Nintendo, gotta have them straps. And then we have HD Rumble, and I made a little note here. Those Ice Cube feels, man. That whole thing was just so meme-worthy. Feel 1 Ice Cube, 2 Ice Cubes, or 3.
They need to put, like, Ice Cube the rapper, like, inside the Joy-Con. Like, make a meme out of that. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. And then they were like, now we're going to show you 2 games. One that everybody can play together, and one for competitive, but have fun with it. The first one was 1-2 Switch, which started off with, like, a Red Dead Redemption style live action trailer. And this is apparently a video game that has no video component. So How is it a video game?
Oh man, I'll probably buy this. Spoilers.
This is a launch game on March 3rd, and this is the first thing that really bugged me here. This should be the packed-in game.
Yeah.
But it's
not. It really should be. It really should be, yeah.
This is probably going to be full price, too. You're probably going to have paid $50 for this game.
Yeah. $60 probably.
Yeah. 80 here in Canada. Then they showed off ARMS, which is a boxing-type fighting game with stretchy arms. Or a mech that shoots. Look cool. Honestly, it looks cool. Fun. And rumor has it that this is a platinum game, too. So, kind of looked like the Wonderful 101, like, color scheme to it.
It looked cool. It kind of reminded me of like a futuristic Punch-Out, but it looks cool.
Yep. Then we went on to the reveal of Splatoon 2. Looks like Splatoon, but with more maps, different weapons, and they confirmed that there will be support way after launch.
This is pretty sweet. I wasn't expecting 2. I thought they were just going to port over the original.
That kind of looks like what they did, to be honest, but yeah.
Well, maybe it's like an expansion more, but I'm interested to see if it has a new story mode or if it's just more and more maps.
Yeah.
It looks fun, though. I really enjoyed the original Splatoon, so...
Yeah, I would love to play this one, since you can use a Pro Controller with it.
Yeah, no forced motion or using the gamepad.
Yeah. And
that's great.
Yep. And it's going to be releasing summer of 2017, maybe.
That's good news. That's good news.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, originally I thought this was kind of horrible because we heard a lot of later this is coming, later. Yeah. But at the same time, this is kind of good because you'll get something every few months for the game.
Yeah, that's what I was going to butt in and say. One of Nintendo's biggest issues has been the dry spells of like 6 months will go by and there's nothing new on the Wii U. And I think they're trying to fix that now by spreading things out more. And one thing I really liked was they didn't show stuff off that was extremely far away, which probably some of this other stuff that we'll get into in a second. But not too much.
Yeah.
Like if you go to like a Microsoft or Sony press conference, they show stuff off like Death Stranding that's like 3 years away. I think everything will be out within this year or next year, potentially. So I like that they're not showing things off like like when they showed Zelda off and it's still not out. So yeah, I kind of like that about the presentation.
Next up, a game I'm sure both of us are over the top excited for: Super Mario Odyssey. Started off really weird because it got Sonic 06 vibes, seeing Mario in the real world.
It looks like Sonic Adventure.
It did, yeah.
Oh, man.
Cool, though. Like, beautiful graphics. Like, when they showed that world and the next one, like the desert area and then the forest area. Like, it looks so pretty and so good. And looking at it, like, this looks like Mario 64. Like, this looks like the next game in that, or Mario Sunshine.
Oh man, I when they revealed this, I almost started hyperventilating and passed out. That's how hyped I am for it. This is the reason I'm getting a Switch, like 100%. Like, it looks incredible. This has gone up to like my most anticipated game of the year, beyond anything else. Like, I cannot wait for this. It looks awesome. Well, finally, no new Super Mario. But, not that. Get that garbage out of here. I don't want to hear no bopping, no damn Goombas bopping to the beat. Like, get out of here. I want the real. Like, to be honest, because even Super Mario 3D World was a good game. When they revealed it, I wasn't as excited as this. Like, this is one of Nintendo's best trailers ever. Like, to be honest, how they revealed it, how I forgot his name, but he just like snapped his fingers and we just went into the trailer. Like, they didn't even say what it was, and you're like wondering, and then you see like the little signs like New Donk City, like Dixie Street, Diddy's Mart, and all this stuff, and you're like, this has got to be Mario, and then he pops out, and I start flipping out, like.
And then we find out that his hat is alive in this one, and you're using it as like power-ups. Like that section where he's on one building, throws the hat out, jumps on it, and get over to the other building. That was so fucking cool.
There's so many. Oh man! Then when he gets on the lion, he's just running around the desert.
Yep.
And then you see Bowser looking like a pimp.
Yep. And of course, he's captured Peach again and is about to marry her.
Oh man, I don't even care if it's, you know, whatever people say that it's sexist or whatever. Like, who gives a crap? It's Mario. Like, that was probably the best part because I was watching the Easy Allies stream, and Huber's in the back. He's like, "Where's Bowser?" And as soon as he sees Bowser, he's like, "Whoa!" Everybody starts flipping out. He's so funny. They're like Dapper Bowser. Oh man, that was great. Shout out to them because they made the Switch event, which, to be honest, had its ups and downs. They just made it like so fun the whole time for me. Yeah, I cannot wait for this game.
And it's coming holiday 2017.
Please be November or December. Like, do not slip into 2018. Please, like they've had enough time. Like Super Mario 3D 3D World came out 2013. Wow. Yeah, 2013. So, ouch. It's been a while.
Yep. And who knows? Maybe if I'm able to save up the money somehow, I'll buy a bundle with Mario into it.
Yeah.
That's my hope right now, anyway. Because I'm not buying day one. Will I answer that question?
And now we get into the section of where they take Lord X's money.
Pretty much.
Someday.
A tiny bit here, someday. First off, they showed Monolith Soft's new game, which is Xenoblade 2, and oh my god, it looks beautiful.
It looks awesome.
Yeah, I cannot wait. I need to go back and play Xenoblade Chronicles. I own the Wii version now, and I own the 3DS version. I need to get around to playing that, and probably get back to Xenoblade Chronicles X.
I think I'm going to hop into this one, and you know, I'm not a big RPG guy. It looks awesome.
Yep. Then we got a very short teaser trailer for what has been revealed as Fire Emblem Warriors. What's the Teen Ninja team that's doing this? Omega Force.
Omega Force, yeah.
The guys that have done, the
Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah, those games, and did Hyrule Warriors. They're doing one now with Fire Emblem characters. Cool. Not the Fire Emblem I was hoping for, though.
Yeah.
Then they talked about how there are 80 games in development. Then they mentioned Square Enix has Dragon Quest X and Dragon Quest XI in Japan coming, which cool.
At least it's region free, but
yeah,
if you don't know Japanese, you're gonna be screwed.
Yep.
Unless they make a Asia version. Like a lot of the Asia versions have like English subtitles.
Yeah.
Who knows?
So there's hope there. I'm still going to be playing Dragon Quest XI on PS4 because it's coming there as well.
Yeah.
And they revealed that Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2 bundle is coming to the Switch as well. Very cool.
That's pretty cool. I might pick that up. Just to have something to play. Because there's not much at launch.
Yeah. Then we got a teaser trailer from Atlas revealing a Shin Megami Tensei game, 25th anniversary. Really cool. Definitely will check that out. I thought I heard rumors somewhere that it's
coming to PlayStation.
Yeah, coming to PS4 and Vita too. So
okay,
I really hope so because I would like to play it there and get trophies for it. But yeah, that's awesome. And Square Enix revealed the next game from the Bravely Default team, which is titled Project Octopath Traveler. God bless them and their names. I gotta say that. Looked really cool, though. I love that art style.
No, it looked awesome, yeah. I actually thought it was from, at first I thought it was the same guys who did I Am Setsuna. I thought it was a Tokyo RPG Factory, but it's cool that it's the Bravely Default team.
Yep. Then they introduced some developers to talk about some games.
They did not need this section at all.
Nope.
I would have stripped this from this whole presentation. This was...
Yeah, we got a Sega guy that came on. I think he mentioned Sonic.
He's the guy who's the head of the Yakuza games.
Oh, okay. I kind of
I forgot his name, but yeah, I'm sure he tuned out once he saw like, oh, let's introduce our third-party developers.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's the head of the Yakuza franchise, so yeah.
Yep.
He looks badass, but that's about it.
Yeah. Then they showed Todd Howard, and he confirmed, yes, Skyrim from 6 years ago is coming to the Switch.
Yeah,
like
because it's not the remastered version.
It's not the special edition. It's just Skyrim.
Oh man, it's just Skyrim.
But still, that is cool.
That's cool.
I said back in October, I think I'd play this version over the special edition, just because I could take it anywhere with me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool. Then Suda 51 came out in the only way Suda 51 could. And I think at this point the translator really didn't understand what Suda was saying and just started making up stuff. And he revealed that a new No More Heroes game is coming to the Switch with a pro wrestling influence. Cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, but there's nothing concrete about it. It's just like this. It was like one of those sections of like, oh, this is some concept ideas, like,
yeah,
but they didn't really show much.
Yep, there's your Death Stranding of the press conference.
Yeah.
Then an EA guy showed up, talked about how he gave his son the second name of Luigi. Okay, and at this point I messaged you and was like, here come the sports games, and sure enough, coming to the Switch, FIFA. It's a big deal around the world. Yes, I know. Awesome, big deal, but really, like, they didn't even
PS3
mention
version.
Yeah,
that's what it is, right?
Yeah. Didn't even say like, oh yeah, and you can expect like our Star Wars games are gonna come to the Switch and Battlefield will be coming. None of that. Just FIFA's coming. That's how excited we at EA are. We would put it out on PS2 if people would still buy the PS2 version. But
I don't like that guy either. Like, he's so he just seems like so condescending, so full of crap.
Yeah.
Get out of here. You name your son Luigi because you're Italian or something. I don't know. Like, it was because of Nintendo. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't enthusiastic at all. They didn't. A lot of this stuff, like you said this at the top. This could have been a Nintendo Direct, and it would have been a lot more effective that way.
Yep.
Because these sections here would have been perfect for, like, here's our third-party developers, like they did with, like, Xbox and PlayStation. Like, remember when they were talking about the PlayStation 4 reveal, and they just had a bunch of developers like, oh, it's so easy to program for.
A sizzle reel.
Oh, blah, blah. Yeah, exactly. They didn't need to do these individual sections. Like, ugh.
Yep. Then we got a montage of games. I went back after and looked at it to see if I can spot any other games out of there. Did include Disgaea 5, and that's a day one edition, I believe, for the Switch. And you can go pre-order the limited edition on NIS.com right now. I Am Setsuna was there. NBA 2K18 was shown there. Sonic 2017 was briefly shown. Other games included Ultra Street Fighter 2 with updated graphics. Apparently that's a $40 game, by the way.
Yeah, this is Super Street Fighter HD, right? That they did on 360 like 10 years ago.
Pretty sure, yeah.
It's the same thing. Like, it just has like what Evil Ryu and something Ken. What was it, like Pissed Off Ken or something? I don't remember the name that they used for Ken, but it was like really dumb. It's cool though, but it should not be $40. When it came out on XBLA, it was like $15, $20.
Yeah, and Super Bomberman, which again is apparently a like $50 to $60 game.
No way. I thought this was like download only.
I don't think so. I think this is like high price as well. If I saw
Konami.
Twitter, yeah. Yeah, we'll do a game for the Switch. You want Metal Gear Survive? Nintendo, no, we don't. Why maybe Super Bomberman? Sure, we'll do it.
Bomberman, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't Bomberman Hudson, and they purchased Hudson?
Yep.
I'm not sure, but yeah.
Poor Bomberman.
That's cool though that Bomberman's back. It just isn't a $60 game. That's like a perfect downloadable title.
Yep. Then after that, we got a little bit of the product configurations of what's coming in the system. The system itself will be there, of course. The Joy-Con, you can either get a gray bundle or the colored bundle. The straps, a grip, the dock, an HDMI cable, and an AC adapter. The Pro Controller will be sold separately, which is a ridiculous price. It's
$70,
yeah,
right?
And $89.99 Canadian. And yeah, and as I mentioned, one system will include the color controllers. So yeah, if any fellow Canadians are interested in buying the Switch day one, $3.99 for the system plus tax, and $89.99 plus tax for the Pro Controller.
Yeah. And if you want to get the little dock for the controllers, the Joy-Cons, it's $30.
Yeah.
For the the dock that I'm talking about, the one that isn't the Pro Controller, but it's also a controller basically.
Yep. The accessory price is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's one of the big negatives about this. Like the accessories, the system is priced all right, like $299. That's fine with me.
Yep.
But all these additional things, man, it's pretty expensive.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna pick up a Pro Controller at launch. To be honest, I think I'm just gonna try the Joy-Cons.
Yeah.
For now and see how it works.
Yep. Then sell a kidney and get the rest of the accessories. Then Nintendo of Europe had a message saying, yeah, you can try it in some events in Europe. We'll have details later. And then we got a message from Nintendo of America from Reggie, and Shigeru Miyamoto was playing Zelda Breath of the Wild. When's the release date? Oh, I can't tell you that. Then the other developer, I forget his name now, popped out. Can you tell us
Al
the release?
Newman.
Can you tell us?
Newman.
And he wouldn't tell the release date. They went back to Japan where they had to talk a little bit more. Then they revealed the release date of March 3rd. No, they didn't actually. They went to a trailer for Breath of the Wild first. And my God, this was the best trailer they've shown so far and the best thing out of the event. This confirmed for me that I'm buying Zelda on the Wii U, but I'm going to buy Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
This trailer was amazing.
I think,
and I was really down on this game. Yeah. And this trailer sold me.
Yep. Angry Joe tweeted it out, said the best thing about this was this trailer had more emotion than 75% of the games I played last year. And boy did it ever.
Voice acting.
Yeah. And dramatic crying.
Yeah. And Gorons and fairies and all this really cool looking stuff.
And we got the release date of March 3rd. It's a launch title. So awesome. And then they revealed the collector's edition the day after in the Treehouse event.
Yeah, in the Treehouse event.
Oh, that collector's edition looked mighty nice. Mighty
cool,
nice.
Yeah. I passed on it though. Plus, it was sold out everywhere. It sold out immediately.
Yeah, same here in Canada. I looked on EV's website afterwards. I'm glad I couldn't buy it anyway. It's $200 here in Canada.
Whoa.
Yeah. But yeah, game looks awesome, and that was pretty much the Switch event. So at the end of the day, are you making the Switch?
Yep.
Nope.
Well, nope for you. I know for a while because the price is ridiculous in Canada. Me, I'm in the U.S., so it's $2.99 here. I don't have a Wii U anymore. I want to play Zelda. Like I said, Super Mario is the reason I'm getting a Switch. That's the reason further down, but Zelda is the reason I'm getting it day one.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm picking one up. I did pre-order. Yeah. I pre-ordered more than one, to be honest, but that was just in case, any of my family or friends needed extras, if they needed a pre-order or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got one for me for sure. picking it up at launch at Best Buy alongside Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it for me now. Maybe I'll pick up 1-2 Switch if I hear good things.
Yeah.
I'll probably buy some of the other stuff if it's like, if Bomberman ends up being like cheaper, I'll probably pick it up.
Yeah.
And then stuff that's coming out later, like Sonic Mania, I'll probably pick up on the Switch. Ukulele, if that ends up being good on the Switch, I might get it there. Mario Kart's coming out the month after, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which they didn't really show in the event except for like a sizzle reel.
Yeah, there was a trailer after, but it looks great.
It looks really cool. It looks like Mario Kart 8 a little bit crisper.
And
new
a
characters.
battle mode!
Yeah, the battle mode looks pretty badass. And it's got the Splatoon characters, it's got King Boo, it's got Dry Bones, and maybe one other character that I might be missing. It's got all the tracks, all the DLC.
Yeah, Baby Bowser, wasn't it?
Yeah, Baby Bowser
and
was
all
one
the
of them.
variations.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a day one. I freaking loved Mario Kart 8. That's a day one. I'm buying that again.
That's what got me to buy a Wii U.
Yeah. It kind of sucks, though, like, that they don't let you, like, give you an upgrade price or something. I don't know yet. Maybe they will. Maybe it's Nintendo. Probably not. But then Splatoon comes out in summer. Splatoon 2, I'll be getting that. I really hope things pick up. And they kind of course correct on some of these things. Like, they did a fantastic job with the October reveal. Like, that got millions and millions of views and, like, a lot of buzz around it. Like, it kind of went viral, to be honest, and a lot of people were talking about it. So I think this thing could end up being a huge success for Nintendo. It's still the usual thing, the third-party support. Like, they got great first-party stuff, but they just need a lot more, a lot consistently. We still got E3, plus the rumored Pokemon game. Like, they still haven't confirmed that. I think they just kind of don't want to kill off the sales of the 3DS version. But yeah, we'll see. Like, this was just the initial reveal. Like, they could course correct between now. They have time to do Nintendo Directs. It's only less than 2 months away, but even after launch, they have time to course correct. This kind of reminds me of like when the 3DS came out and there was like nothing. But this is actually better because when the 3DS came out, we had like Super Street Fighter and like Steel Diver, and like 2 months later was Ocarina of Time not HD, but the remake. Same thing with Star Fox 3D. And then in fall, we had Super Mario 3D Land, and the price dropped, so that's when things picked up. It's hard to say. I know there's a lot of people negative on this whole event. I don't think it was terrible. I don't think it was great either. It had a lot of ups and downs. Like, some of the stuff was actually pretty funny, right?
I think your tweet after the event summed it up for me. It's like, I feel like a parent. I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. Yeah.
Like, overall, I'm disappointed with that event. It could have been half as long, and they could have cut off a lot of fat. It is an improvement for Nintendo when you compare it to their previous, like, live presentations, like, that they've done at E3 in the past.
Yeah, at least it didn't end with fireworks.
Yeah, the Nintendo with fireworks. It was just weird that they did that live, and that it was in Japanese being translated. They could have done a better job, but hopefully they do some sort of Nintendo Direct and course correct and get people happy, because I've seen a lot of positive impressions when people have gotten their hands on it, like the last day or so. People actually playing the machine, they're pretty positive on it. It's just the people who saw the conference, like, and they were like really negative about it. I don't think it's a complete disaster. I think it's kind of a bump in the road. Like, you know, we'll see. I'm excited. I'm picking one up day one. I want to play Zelda. I want to play Mario Kart again. I want to play Splatoon 2. The Mario game looks freaking amazing. Zelda looks freaking amazing. Like, that trailer, oh my.
I'm definitely interested to hear your thoughts after you get the system and get some hands-on time with it. Because eventually that may twist my arm into eventually buying one, saving up money for it, or buying a PlayStation VR. That's my two options right now. So
that's true. Oh, and how close are they in price? Like with like the Canadian?
Oh, I think the VR unit is more expensive.
It's still a lot more expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the event. We want to hear from you guys what you thought about it. And of course, that brings us into the final section here of the podcast, the comments and questions. And we do have some comments and questions here from the last week's Glitch Tape Gaming Report. When I posed the question, what would get you to buy a Switch? Aaron B wrote and said, in order to sell me on the Nintendo Switch, Big N has to do very little. In terms of games, I trust him to release great content at this point, so nothing in particular. I would love to see an open-world Pokemon game for the console, not a spin-off like Mystery Dungeon or Pokken, but it's not required. Done. What would really sell me on the console comes in terms of firmware and system architecture. I hope those are the right words. I want an achievement system or a sticker system like you've discussed before, a better eShop that keeps track of all purchases on a particular account, and various social improvements making it more in line with PSX or Xbox Live. Stop being convoluted for the sake of being convoluted, Nintendo.
Yep.
I'm interested to know what Aaron thinks of the whole smartphone thing on that.
Yeah, it's weird because they didn't really go over the UI, the interface. They didn't talk about the account system, like will your purchases transfer over. They didn't talk at all about Virtual Console.
Makes me a tiny bit worried about that.
Yeah, they have a lot still that we don't know for sure. That's why I'm saying, like, if they do another Nintendo Direct, they could clear some stuff up.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Lucius Silver wrote and said, "Hey X, Happy New Year. Sorry for not being around for the anticipated game show, but if you must know, I'm really, really interested into South Park and below. As for the topic of the week, I don't think Nintendo can sell me anything at this point. The company continues to hold many of our beloved IPs hostages. There's the continued milking of nostalgia, shenanigans with inflated demand prices, NES Classic, Amiibo. I'm sure Lucius is pissed off about the accessories thing. And I just don't care anymore. I don't want to live in a world where Mario comes out every year and games like Metroid, Golden Sun, and Advance Wars get put on ice. I don't want them to come out every year, but at least give us something below a 6-year gap that also doesn't suck. Still, I love them, which is what kills me." Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
feel
both
you,
of
man.
us have been there at various points.
Yeah, I feel you. Like, I think they're gonna. We still don't know what Retro's working on. They could be working on a Metroid Prime. They could be working on Donkey Kong 3,
Please
Country,
be a 2D
whatever
Metroid.
they call.
Please be a 2D Metroid.
I think there's hope for stuff like this because now that we've talked about this a lot before. Now that the handheld team and the console team, they're together. It's not a split ecosystem like it used to be.
Yeah.
Maybe we won't necessarily get like a full blown out like 3D Metroid type, like style Metroid Prime, but we might get something that's smaller.
Yeah.
I think we're going to get a lot of smaller games from Nintendo, like something we would see on 3DS. It would just be upscaled to 1080p.
Yep.
So think of like Fire Emblem, and it doesn't necessarily look like graphically like say like a Zelda, but it still looks better. I think they could pull that off.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's weird. Like it's a strange time for Nintendo.
Yeah. You know what? Just going back to Fire Emblem for a second, I just thinking back to the teaser they showed. The after teaser where he's picking up the sword. That must have got you excited because they confirmed feet.
Good point.
And Ozzy Legend said, "Hey, Roger, that EV Games leak is fake. I follow the guy who made it." Laughing out loud. Okay. And he says, "My actual comment is over at OGS." Which transition over to OGS, where Aaron B did post the episode again. Thank you very much, Aaron B. We got a few comments here. Starbound said, since Nintendo sure as shit cannot sell multi-platform games, anything on PC, PS4, or Xbox One is out of the question. I want Zelda Breath of the Wild, and with the rumors that there is a delay for the Europe regions on the game, not that they confirmed it as a launch title for the US yet, I think I will wait for the custom skin console with the game bundled. That's a very good point there, Starbound, which I guess technically for me, financial reasons, that's what I'm doing. Yeah. That's how I bought a Wii U. I got the Legend of Zelda Wind Waker edition, which wasn't very much of a custom console.
It was just the gamepad.
Yeah. Lavitz wrote and said, apart from their usual crop of great titles like Super Mario, Mario Kart, and Zelda, I'll say what everyone else has already said. They need third-party support. Something like the 3DS wouldn't be half bad. I mean, if we can get quality stuff like what happened with Bravely Default or Fantasy Life, the console could get a healthy variety of titles and developers. That said, I do think it needs offerings that make a splash like third or first-person shooters and sports games. These sell huge. Now, if I was asking for me, I'd say a new tactical RPG offering apart from Fire Emblem and a revamped Animal Crossing with even more options and interactivity with the world and objects you collect. Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yep. I think we're going to see that. A lot of the 3DS stuff is going to start coming over. I think we'll see that. Think of like Ace Attorney in HD.
Yeah.
Or Professor Layton. Things of that nature, but in HD. So, they don't necessarily have to look like a modern game like I've been saying. Like, they could look like what they look like on 3DS, but, cleaned up. High-res HD.
Yep.
Like, they could look like an indie game, essentially, right?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
These games don't have to look incredible. Like, every game doesn't have to look like a Mario game, a Zelda game, or a Mario Kart. Like,
yeah,
it just has to look, clean.
Yep. Reading the next comment here from Swanson. He says, none. The Switch could give out cold beers every time you turn it on, and I still won't be buying that gimmicky, underpowered piece of shit. Not burning me 3 times, Nendy.
Ouch. 3 times, damn.
Ouch.
3 times, so what? Wii, 3DS, Wii U, I guess?
Yes, yeah.
Because
maybe the GameCube.
Wii U would probably be the only one that they really burned me out. I love the Wii. Like, I know a lot of people hate the Wii. I really love the Wii.
Yeah.
The 3DS had some fantastic games, and it had a lot of support after that first year. Wii U's probably the only one that I would agree with him.
Yeah. Aussie Legend, here's his comment. He says, honestly, this time, and this is going to sound weird, especially considering which company I'm talking about, it's dependent on other people for me. Having bought a Wii U, on the cheap thankfully, and playing through the SP stuff I own, and the odd bit of Mario Kart 8 with friends, I could never really get consistent enjoyment out of it, because no one else was actively using the platform. Now, Now fast forward to the Switch, a, in quotes, hopefully, far more engaging platform for consumers, and hopefully for some of my friends. I honestly wasn't even contemplating picking one up before I got the inevitable, you want to play the new Mario Kart when it comes out questions? Frustratingly so, because I bought that game like 3 bloody years ago. And a lot of my purchases are based around experiencing things with other people, and the Switch might give me new options for that. Plus, I already have a system that can play Destiny, Overwatch, and CryEngine 12. I feel the Switch is going to be a convenient convergence point where I can make the above happen. I want Mario Kart rights. I want Mario Party. Oh, wait, sorry. I want Mario Kart Nights. Not rights, Jesus. I want Mario Party Nights if they decide to make a good one again. So I'm considering it, even though Nintendo's software lineup hasn't really connected with me since the late N64, early GameCube days. So we'll see. It'll come down to price, availability, and whether or not I sorry, I'm losing my voice here. Whether or not I can con some mates into picking one up too. And I guess Beyond Good and Evil 2 is a bonus.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Makes some very good
I
points there.
understand all those comments, yeah.
And Aaron the Adequate says they need more than 1 to 2 interesting games per year. Someone with a brain to run a virtual console team that just focuses on getting that right, and maybe in general to wake up and stop half-heartedly throwing some Hot Pockets on a plate and asking for a pat on the back for the effort. Or I guess a good Zelda and a Metroid or something.
You're getting Zelda.
Yep. Hopefully Metroid in the future. And if there was one other comment here as well. Loco Slam, he put a link to a video, and that video is Bruce Willis in a car saying, "What's Nintendo?" So, there you go. And that does it for the questions and comments. Once again, guys, thank you so very much for all of those. We really appreciate it. And that pretty much wraps it up for this episode. But, folks, as I alluded to earlier, right after recording this, we're recording another episode. And when can you find that episode? Next Monday? It ain't going up next Monday. You can find that very special episode 50 of the Glitch Save Gaming Podcast, coming to you this Thursday. So look forward to that, folks. And Izzy, why don't you take us away here on this episode?
Episode 49 of the Glitched Out Gaming Podcast. We want to know, what do you guys think about the Nintendo? Nintendo. What do you guys think about the Nintendo Switch presentation? I'm really interested to hear now, especially after all the skepticism, rightfully so, in the comment section from last week's episode. For Lord X, I am Izzy, and we are glitching out.
Switch the lever!